thin walls, and a frequency generator. A number of years ago, I lived in Montreal in a rather thin-walled apartment. My neighbor's kitchen was against my bedroom, and at some point, the absolute delight of a human being started turning her radio on shortly before 6 a.m. I tried to talk to her and asked for her to simply move it away from the shared wall or not use it, no change. I sent a registered letter to the landlord asking for some action to be taken, but again, nothing changed. At the time, I was studying electrical engineering and learning about how radios worked. Internally to the radio, whatever frequency you are listening to gets converted to what is known as an intermediate frequency, and then the rest of the circuitry amplifies and filters this one frequency. I had underused frequency generators at work, so I asked if I could borrow one for a bit. I got a few strange looks and questions, but ultimately got permission to borrow one for a few weeks. I set it up in my bedroom, did the basic settings for an unmodulated frequency matching the intermediate frequency for the neighbor's radio, jammed a rudimentary antenna in the back, and went to bed. When I was woken by the neighbor's radio, instead of just jamming in earplugs and trying to go back to sleep, I jumped up and switched on the frequency generator. Suddenly silence from the neighbor's radio. I then modulated my signal with a 1 kilohertz tone that was extremely annoying, but my earplugs filtered it out. Knowing that this could interfere with others and also be illegal, I tested it against my own radio, which was about 5 meters away, and it wasn't impacted. Was it better shielding against my attack, or was it the distance? I didn't care. The neighbor stopped using her radio in her kitchen, and I returned the frequency generator after a couple of weeks.